Hey there, Libra, and welcome to your week of November 15th, 2021 General Tarot reading. We're going to look at your energy coming into this week, some possible challenges, and possible outcome cards for you. We're going to clarify all those cards, and then we're going to tie everything off with an oracle card at the end of the video. So you're going to want to stick around for all that. We are, of course, doing general readings, so some, all, or none of this may resonate with you. If it does resonate, that's fantastic. If it doesn't, or only some of it does, it's just not your message or not part of your message, so don't try to make something fit that doesn't, all right? But with all that out of the way, let's get into your reading. We already got a pop out, which was the Two of Cups for you, starting things off. But we also have the Seven of Cups here, and the Nine of Pentacles. All right. So, I feel like there's some big time choices here for you at this time, Libra. The Two of Cups, as all twos, can represent choices you have to make. With the Two of Cups, it's a little more emotional, a little more like, what do we do in regards of like emotional happiness and emotional stability, things like that. So I feel like there's a lot of choices, a lot of options on the table here for you, especially with the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups represents like having all sorts of choices, being spoiled for choice, or having analysis paralysis, where there's so many and you don't know which way to go here at this time. So I feel like there's definitely choices to be made for you at this time, Libra. Oh, excuse me there. I thought I was going to sneeze. Yeah, just a lot of choices here for you. I feel like your guiding light through these is going to be the Nine of Pentacles, though. I feel like that's kind of like in general, what you're aiming for. With the Nine of Pentacles, this person has achieved a lot in their life, to the point that they own a vineyard. And they get to stroll around their vineyard, enjoy the work and what they've done in order to have this, in order to have purchased this or built it or whatever the case may be. But with a vineyard, they have workers. They have people who work under them who maintain it. So it's very much you having all this good stuff lining up for you, and you getting to sit back and enjoy it. So I feel like that's kind of maybe your guiding light here. Maybe that'll help find you some clarity through this. If that's not the case for you, just use your dreams. Like if you remember your dreams, I know I have a hard time remembering my dreams unless they're really, really vivid. But if you do happen to remember your dreams and they involve like whatever this decision is that you're trying to make, I would say lean more into that, because dreams can kind of be that like subconscious kind of like what you really want, maybe even if you don't realize it. So I'm liking that. So let's get into your challenges, see what's going on with them, see what might be getting in the way of this decision that you're going to be making. We've got the King of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles. All right. So with the King of Wands, the King of Wands could be a person, could be a fire sign, so Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or it could just be a very charismatic person who's a real go-getter, or that person can kind of be getting in your way. Maybe you're making decisions because of them, or because you're like, what would they do? Something like that. Or it's possible that you're having a challenge because you want to be like that. You want to be the King of Wands. You want to just, fearlessly go after what you want. You want to be charismatic. You want to be someone that a lot of people respect and want in their life. And so maybe that's a bit of a challenge for you, because that's what you'd like to be at the end of the day. But just because what we like as something doesn't necessarily mean that, I'd like to be, rich and famous, or at very least just rich. But that doesn't necessarily mean that's what's going to fulfill me, right? Like maybe being rich was like, I have all the money in the world, but I'm not emotionally satisfied by that. And especially that might be the case for you as well, because we have the Ten of Pentacles here, which is your financial material world being almost at its best, being in an extremely good place here. And we also got the Six of Pentacles, which is more, your physical material world again. So I feel like maybe that's something that's on your mind, where you feel like you're kind of focusing on that side of things and maybe not enough on your passions, right? And not focusing enough on your emotions maybe as well here. Just half your reading so far is just pentacles here. So yeah, maybe we're just a little too focused on the money. You know, we're like, we should have took the money. Perhaps we're getting a little bit of a Jerry Maguire thing going on here too. Maybe if you get that movie, if you've seen that. So let's take a look and see what we got for some possible outcome cards for you here, Libra. All right, before we get into your clarifiers, we got the Page of Swords, got the Knight, more Pentacles coming for you, and we got the Hangman as well. Look at that. Okay. So Page of Swords telling you to reach out and talk to somebody, reach out and communicate with someone, reach out and maybe ask about something here. Maybe you just need to talk to somebody about what you want in your life. You know, like, sometimes it helps just like bouncing stuff off of another person. I know, for an example, I play this card game, actually, that this mat that I do all my readings on for, this card game that comes from. And you make your own decks in that game, and you come up like different builds and different strategies. And a lot of the time I'll feel like, me and a friend of mine, we come up with these decks and we feel like they're really good, and then we show them to the other person. They're like, well, why are you doing this? And it's like, well, I'm doing it because of this and this. And I'm like, well, wouldn't it be cooler if you used this other card though, or built a deck around that card, because your deck kind of seems like it wants that. And then I'm like, oh geez, that's like, I never even thought of that, right? And it might be because of like, you don't have clarity. You have those clouds swirling around. You're too focused on what you can see and not worry and not looking at like the big picture and stuff. You're thinking too small, or you're thinking, too narrow or something like that here. So I feel like you just maybe need to reach out and just talk with somebody about this. Like really have an honest conversation here. With the Knight of Pentacles, I feel like once you figure that stuff out, the Knight of Pentacles is telling you, make a plan, stick to it, and however long it takes, right? You just keep moving, just keep putting one foot in front of the other, low and steady wins the race, right? With the Knight of Pentacles, it could take as long as it takes, right? It might not, it's probably not going to be just in this week you're going to figure it out, but like over the course of like months or even maybe a year or more, it's just however long it takes, but your plan is going to be sure, and you're going to know what you're going after for sure. Like you're going to know exactly where you're headed. So I love that. And the Hangman here as well, looking at things from a new perspective. So again, maybe you just need somebody else's perspective on something else here, and look at it in that regard. So take that for what it is, and let's get into your clarifiers here. Hello, Journey. How are you today? I appreciate you being here, buddy. I really do. But you're a little too chunky, so we're gonna have to just set you down. All right. Oh my, that is a heavy kitty. We need to put him on a diet, but he's just so cute. He's just too cute. So thank you for making it this far. Yes, you are. Thank you for making it this far with me here, Libra. And hopefully this has been helping you out and resonating. We're going to get you more clarifiers after this one here in just a second. Before we do, though, we're going to be tying this all off with an oracle card at the end of the video, just as a reminder. So you're going to want to stick around for that. But thank you again for being here. And let's look. We got the moon so far for your first clarifier. What is going to be joining it? Got that King of Wands again. There he is. And we got the Seven of Wands as well. Yeah, I feel like this is you're on your path with the moon. The moon is partial illumination. Again, we're talking about that with the Page of Swords here. It's just a really cloudy through here, and like you can't see all ends. The moon also represents not being able to see everything. You only see what the moon illuminates. You don't see what's in the shadows or in the dark, right? But you are moving on your own path here, and you're moving in a direction that it may not feel all the time. Oh, excuse me, all the time, like it is where you should be going, but you are on your path and you are moving in the right direction. Got that King of Wands. I still feel like that's like you're a little focused on that, a little focused on money, focused on being a King of Wands or meeting a King of Wands or something like that. It's just I feel like there's too much of a focus, too much of a narrowing down on something that maybe is like again something that we want, but maybe something that doesn't fulfill us, right? And with the Seven of Wands, again, you're defending your position. It doesn't matter what people are saying or pointing out to you. You're kind of just like, this is it. This is what it has to be because I feel like because I want this, right? You know, you ever get that desire that you just want something so bad, right? That you don't care, like, and then you get it and it's just not as good as you thought it was. And you're like, this wasn't as fulfilling and this wasn't worth the struggle. So let's take a look at your clarifiers for your challenges here. See what we got. We got the Five of Cups, got the Empress, and we got two that wanted to come out there. We got the Four of Cups and the Knight of Cups. So let's, I feel like, again, just like things are moving kind of slowly here at this time. With the Knight of Cups is the second slowest knight, so a little faster than the Knight of Pentacles, but again, it can still feel like we're moving slowly at this time. With the Five and Four Cups, just feels too like all is lost. Like, you know, if this doesn't work out, then nothing's going to work out because, again, this person's so focused on these three cups that have been knocked over, they don't notice that there's two cups here, a bridge, and a whole town if they just turn around, right? Like, they're so focused on what's been lost. They're so focused on what they don't have, you know, and they don't see the bigger picture here. With the Four of Cups, maybe you're even being offered something that would be fulfilling for you, but you've got your arm crossed like this person. You're like, I'm not taking it. I don't want it. You know, leave me alone. And this is leading to a lack of abundance with the Empress. Like, you don't have what you want. You don't have the things you really desire, the things that really would fulfill you because you're too busy. Like, I'm too focused on like, this is the thing I want, not this other stuff. And I'm not even going to take, you know, offers from other people. I'm not going to, you know, I want this, and this is all I want, and this is it, and nothing else. So, again, we're just hyper fixated on something here. So, let's take a look, Libra, and see what we got for you for clarifying your outcome cards here, Libra. Oh, my Lord. We got cards flipping and popping and twisting and jiving. So, let's see what we got. Got the Star, sign of Aquarius. I love it. Eight of Pentacles. And the Seven of Pentacles. So, okay, I was talking about like that, not fulfilling you, you know, emotionally, or you get something and then it's like, oh, this wasn't really worth it. The Seven of Pentacles says, is the juice worth the squeeze? Is the hard work we're putting in really going to be worth it in the end? And do we just harvest down and say, well, let's cut our losses, right? So I feel like that might be a case for you. You might need to just like say, cut your losses and like, let's go in a new direction here. We have the Star card, wishes coming true, you know, having that wish fulfillment. Again, I feel like you need to talk it out, find out what those wishes are, what you really want to come true, not just sort of like what you kind of base want right now. I think of that kind of in a way of how people have partners, like how you have like, you're like, people can fall in love with qualities of a person, but not the person themselves, right? It's like, I really want a person that's funny and cute and sweet, you know, something like that. But in actuality, they get hung up on that, but they don't see all like the toxic traits, right? Because they're not looking at that. And instead it's like, let's focus on like the deeper stuff, right? And that's what that honest talk is for. It's for focusing on the deeper things and focusing down on what you really, really want deep down instead of just what is like surface level. And with the Eight of Pentacles, I feel like this is going to take a lot of work. But it's work, you got the tenacity to work through it and get to where you want to be. It's just a matter of like putting the time in. And, you know, that's a thing, like what our preferences, our wishes, things like that, it evolves over time. We got to refine it and define it as we go along and adjust and make those little, you know, the variations along the way in order to find the thing that's just right for us, because we grow as humans, our tastes change, our wants change, we change. So I'm liking all that. So let's tie this all off with an oracle card here to end off your video, your reading here, Libra. Appreciate you sticking around this long. Hope this has been helpful. Hope this has been resonating as well. But thank you again, and let's get in and see what your oracle card is. For you, we got the Grasshopper Spirit. Take a leap of faith. Yeah, maybe you just need to take a leap of faith into something else, right? Maybe you've been too focused on what's been going on, what you kind of got that tunnel vision for, and you just need to kind of take a leap of faith into something else new in order to, you know, really find out what you want. You know, maybe talk it through with somebody, you know, put up a list of possible ideas, like with the Seven of Cups here, and then just take a leap of faith into one of them and just go see what happens. So that's awesome. So if you want to help out the channel, Libra, you can leave a like down below, and that helps out a ton and also lets YouTube know that you like the content, you want to see more of it. You can subscribe to the channel if you really liked it. That way you can always find this channel and these videos every week, so you can always come back and check them out. You can also, of course, check out your sun, moon, Rising, and Venus sign videos too after this one, Libra. See what might all be coming for you in the week ahead. Hopefully this has helped you out. Hopefully I'll see you again in the next video, Libra.